Okay, aloha. My name is Timi Gilliom. We're here at our Hui o Kaulua, our double hull sailing club, and we teach traditional sailing on double hull sailing canoes, and we teach how to build them, maintain them, and sail them to students, high school, open to the public. And this is our headquarters here. We're at 525 Front Street, right in the park at Pakala. And we're right here on the ocean. And I just wanted to give you a visual. So come inside and check it out. Let me show you where we're at. We have okiha O Pi'ilani, sacred mo'o of the chief Pi'ilani. Very close. She's been taken out of this building where she's been in prison for 15 years. I've been working here on her for about 12 and a half, going on 13 years. I started off here taking care of the mo'olele, which I know you're aware of. The mo'olele is our little trainer. It's 42 feet, double hull, single mast crab claw. This one is 62 feet, double hull, double masted. And I was just going to show you some of the parts, and so you can see visually how far along we are. Come inside. This here is the underneath of our canoe. We ordered this deck from Washington. This is was $8,000 for this small little deck. It's only 42 feet long, 40 feet long by about 10, 12 feet wide. And why it's so expensive is because it's yellow cedar. So even the lahaina termites won't eat it, which are cannibal termites. These things that can eat through anything. So it's yellow cedar. We've just got her on, and it's all lashed. All of this lashing here is 3,200 feet of quarter-inch rope, all pulled with big sticks. And you can each one of these beams. Each one of these beams is about the yakos. We call yakos. Each one of these yakos, there's 8 of them. They're roughly between 250 and about 280 pounds each. And each hull is roughly around 3 ton. So you get the beams and 3 ton, and the beams and everything that holds it together is just kaula. So let's walk up top. I'll show you the top deck. These are the drains right here that we've fabricated. Instead of just having holes, we put these nice drains I made and glassed them on. So if you take but when you take a big wave, the water goes right out. So it's going to be a very dry canoe. And let's go up top. This is our deck. This is what the deck looks like on the top. So you can see it's all been mortised, so you won't kick the rope. It's all flush, so the rope down inside. And these are all how. This is the how bush or how tree that we go into. A lot of this came from Kenai and Waihe'e Valley. We went and harvested it up in the mountain, and all our students and crew. And we cut them long. We try to get the straightest pieces we can find. We cut them long. We bring them back here to our park. We peel the bark, and then each one is side by side tied together. And then we soak them in the ocean out here for 1 month. So the salt extracts all the wetness out of it and kind of preserves it from the bugs. And so there's these, and then it dries for 1 month. And then each one of these gets 2 coats of epoxy, 8 coats of varnish. And then our railings, we just got them up last night. We still have to lash them. The bottoms are all lashed though. That's pretty much...
Move your hand. There you go.
The bottoms are pretty much finished. We need to drill the top and then lash them with like a diamond lash on it. And then you have the our mast steps. You gotta watch your head in here. So I cannot wait to get this thing out of this building. So we have the one mast step here. We have one mast step. This is the back mizzen, the back mast step. Then we have the front mast step there in the front. And then this spine right here is called the kua. The kua goes down the middle and basically locks everything else that locks the cross pieces. This locks the whole, everything is just kind of holding hands. Like if you look in here, you can see all of these lashings, these beautiful lashings here took forever to do. And this row right here is 800 feet of quarter inch. So you have 800 feet times, you got 8 on each side, so you got 800 feet times 16. That's how much rope that is. And this kala, that's just straight, that's the only thing holding this thing together. And it's a running lock, it's called a running lock. If it gets cut, it still won't come apart. So you have these holding the beams to the hulls. Then you have the deck on here that lashes to the yakos. Then you have the kua that goes down the middle, and the mast step sets on it. So that you can see how this sits right on top, on the spine, and then this will be lashed down here. We're getting ready to do that tonight. So you have all of the rest of our boxes. You have this here is our propane box. Propane box got the tank in it, all regulator, everything, and this is all notched, and it sits on the spine as well. So it's not even lashed, it cannot move. It'll also get lashed. This is our stove. Our beautiful brand new stove sits in here that we have. And when you're cooking for like 14 people, so you have one big pot of rice and whatever else you're cooking. You have the stove, so you're cooking here. You set your pots up, you turn it on, you can set this like this, you can still breathe, and you run your stove from out here. And pretty much all of this is a replica of hokulea. Hokulea is proven, and if it works, don't fool with it. So this is the stove, propane, this is all our pots and pans. Whatever doesn't fit in here doesn't go with us. So it's pots, pans, bowls, spoons, forks, knives. And these are all finished, all ready to lash down. This is our communication box. This is our radio box. So it has all of the radio. We have the radio in here, and we have we'll be putting single sideband in here for long distance. And this is all waterproof. And the long range radio is in here, and you will actually climb in the bunk and use it in there, so you can hear better and keep it out of the rain. Here's our front mast step. These are our two boxes for all of our life jackets. We'll probably be holding 25, maybe 30 life jackets, probably 15 per box. And we just put our cross pieces on here, the hull, for stiffening this. And then the last thing one of the few things we don't have left is the canvas for sleeping that's going to go on this rail. And the canvas will actually, we have hoops out here that are made, like Hokulea's canvas goes like this. So when you climb in here and you're in your bunk, you're laying between these sleeping, these are for the bunk. It's like this, but we have big hoops that are made like this, so it'll be a lot more roomier inside in your bunk. It'll be very roomy. And we have those, the girls have been varnishing those. And you can see in here, this in here is all finished painted. It's all done. It's all very, very close to all wiped out.
Now what is that? That's storage or?
This is all storage, food, water. The three heaviest things you take is food, is water and people, and then the food. And then other than that, and all of these parts and all of these pieces, other than the ones we physically made, all came via on Hokulea. Nothing came on Young Brothers or Salz Brothers. Everything came as crew training. I'm also one of the captains of Hokulea, and I did many voyages with them. And so I've been training our guys on Hokulea. We go over, we take the canoe, and we put all these mast steps and all these parts in boxes that were built in Honolulu. from one of the master canoe builders up there. We load them on Hokulea, we sail it over here. We take our 6-man out there on the beach, put carpet on it, put them on there, paddle them in, put them in the water, bless them, take them out, and brought them here. So nothing has come on the barge. And the last thing that we had made over there was this big piece right here. And it's about 300 pounds. It's huge. It's the poly cut. And this is the front piece. And this is the last piece. Was made in Honolulu. And then Hokulea went on dry dock. There was no more canoes. And we went, we took Mo'olele over, we sailed her over, which is just a coastal canoe. We sailed her to Oahu for Auntie Joanne Kahanamoku's funeral. And we strapped this thing to the deck and we sailed it back. So everything came via canoe. Nothing came on the barge.
Okay, I'm on a good position. Just give us a brief recap of that.
Yeah, so this is another angle of the polykai. You can see how long it is. I think it's 17 feet long, and it's 2.5 inches thick. This is all lashed on. Nothing. The only thing holding this on is the lashing. It sits in a groove, and this bugger is strong. This takes the brunt of the big nalus that come and hit the front. And our nets are being made from one of my friends in Niihau. The nets for the front, big net, and you store your anchor line in there when you're working, and kids like to sleep in it. And then the net for the back and the cross net. There's 3 nets that are being made. They're about halfway done. And then, yeah, once we're so ready to take this thing, as soon as we can finish lashing this thing's going to come out of this building for once. A little bit more varnishing. Let's take a walk out and I can show you the masts, the double mast and spars outside in our steering blades.
Okay, point out the rails right behind you. That this is a different angle on the rails. It shows them pretty well.
What rails? These?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, these are all laminated. These got to be really, really strong because we'll tie cleats off of here. And when you open the sail, there's like a Bronco line you run back and you actually tie off to that. So these have to be extremely strong. And this rail alone takes 4 people to lift it.
Oh my goodness.
Really heavy. And it's all laminated and coated. And all we need to do, we're going to drill this and lash this. And we've already drilled this, lash this. Bottoms are done. And once this all gets tightened up, then that's it. I'll non-skid the deck and out she comes. So let's go down and have a look at the other parts down below that are all finished.
Go.
This is another thing I wanted to show you is this is where the side, we have our center sweep, you'll be standing about right here and it goes down the middle. And then we have side sweeps that go on the side. They're kind of like emergency side sweeps if you used to ever break this. Other than that, you use them mostly when you're sailing downwind, like when we sail to Papa Mau's Island. We use the side sweeps all the way to Micronesia from Big Island. So we'll cut this out here, and when I show you the side sweeps, you'll know where they go. They go right down on here, and they get pulled up when you're not using them and lashed to the rail. And you use them pretty much only in like emergency, or if you're sailing downwind. Don't use your main sweep so much. You use the side sweeps and balance with the weight, trim the sails, and that's how you go downwind. So let's go have a look. These are a lot of our tools right here. These are our tools. That's how we get the line so tight. We use this. 2 big guys get on this. One guy. And we pull all the rope. It has to go through you hit it with a hammer, and if it doesn't make a certain tone, you cut it and you start over. So we have a lot of our tools, wires for pushing the rope through, and we use a lot of deer antler for manipulating the rope and making it do what you want it to do. Small scales. We have little pieces of koila that we use from Kauai. We use for hammering and manipulating the rope over. And then of course you got to burn all the ends and tape all the ends. And all different types of pliers, needles. It's a lot of our little tools. And most of it's all handmade. You have to make it to do what you want it to do. Like everything on the wa'a is like all custom. And then this piece here will run the back sails. This actually will go on top of this rail. We have to cut the roof. We're already cutting the roof to get to the final stage. And then the canoe is going to go sideways like this. And we're going to take out that beam, and the trailer will come underneath the canoe, and we're going to take her out. Okole first, we'll go out that way. And right down Front Street on a Sunday night with a couple of police escorts and get ready to put her in the water. So let's have a look downstairs. Let's go down here. Is it on still?
It is.
So this is our, it used to be an office. I've taken it over for all of our makamai. This is all of our pieces. And these are all of the many pieces that go on the canoe. And these are all of our donuts. These are all koa. All of these still have to be, we have boxes of these. This thing will have so much rigging on it. We do it kind of redundant. You overdo it so it's safe and you never break anything. So all of those donuts will look like this when they're done. This is all for the rigging. Here's our stove that's going to go on and cook all of our food. Some of our safety stuff that you have to have. And all of our cleats, like on a regular boat, they got the nut and bolt through the cleats. Ours all tie, all lashed with kaula like that. And then the rigging. These rolls here are very expensive. You need like one more roll or two more rolls of that. And here's one of our two sails. We had it on the grass measuring. Our main sails for this canoe we have already. Our main and our mizzen, our front and back sail we have already. We need some small jibs for the front, but we have that already finished, already custom made. And let's go out. Here's another shot looking at the ocean. It's like this canoe's been here for so long. It's like tying a dog to a tree and putting the food in front of it, but the dog cannot get to the food. She's starving. She's starving for the kaimoana. This is the catwalk is already on top already. This is where you're standing out here when you have your harnesses on, you're tied on, you're clipped on to the safety line that goes around here, and all of these go up. This gets lashed like this. All of these go up in the air, like, and they stay up. And all of the line comes from the mast, comes down and goes through that, and that's how you adjust it. So you stand on this deck. This is a working deck. These are all finished, all graded, all ready to go. All these will go up. And all of this stuff we're going to go look at out here is the mast and blades and stuff. These, there's two more long pieces I need to laminate, and that's just about it. These are two masts. These are beautiful masts. This is the pueo that's on the top. It looks like a pueo. Your forestays and all your main rigging comes up and over this, and your main rigging that goes to those donuts. When this is all up, it comes down like that. And that's the lower rigging comes to here. And this is our big steering blade. This thing is about 300 pounds. I'm going to barely lift them up. And it has a pin that goes right through here. When it's all said and done and lashed, it's all balanced perfect. And then these here are the two spars. So the mast goes like this, the spar goes up like that. Those are all finished.
Over here, right?
Yeah. All of this was $30,000. Just all of these pieces that was made in Honolulu. The middle is all hollow, and then where it needs to be strong is solid. This is the other whale, double masted. And these are our side sweeps.
Those are what you were referring to inside there, the side sweeps.
Yeah.
Is it sort of like a rudder, or is
No,
that
they're steering blades.
Steering blades,
Steering
got
blades.
it.
No more rudder on this. So, yeah, the main sweep you steer with, and then these are the side sweeps if you need extra steering or if you're going downwind. And I have one of the students that's been training with us. He's going to come, and he's going to come Friday. He's going to carve this. So these two blades will get all beautiful carvings on them, and we'll detail paint them. And then in about a week and a half, all of this goes on. This is for all of our solar panels that go on the back for when you're in shipping lanes. You have to have port, starboard, mast, stern light, or you get run over. Because it's just wood, so there's no metal on this, so it doesn't show up on radar. So you have to actually in our mast we have aluminum coiled inside of it, so it will show up on radar. So you don't have to have any kind of ugly metal stuff in the rigging. They have these radar reflectors they require, but we're not going to have that. We have it inside hidden. And so this is all for the solar panels. This goes on the back. This was just recently made, and our stern light goes on here. This is for the steering. The pins go like that, and there's a just lashed to the yakos. There's a pin here, and the steering blade goes right over it, and it all gets lashed. And these are the side. These go on the side sweep right here. So when you put it goes right on that pin right there. It goes like that. It's like that. And when you want to use it, they're real heavy. You slide them down into. These are the small handles. And these are all of the pieces that where the rail is, where you sleep. So this goes like this. This goes like this. So you're sitting in the hall where the hatches are. This goes under the rail like this, and then the long canvas goes on it. Instead of like being like this, like how Hokulea's is, we'll have more room when you're sitting in there and you're writing your journal and you're sleeping, and that's about it. So I just wanted you to see exactly where we're at, and thank you very much.
Very nice. I think it's exquisite.